What you talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life.
It's week 1 of the NFL.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Soldier Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
As I remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia, he was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Smith going to go to the air first play. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Geno now to throw. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Did a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the option, here's Elliott. Dances by him. 7 yards there and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these are bare bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for. Right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
An excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Here's Purdy. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Allen Robinson. 31 yards.
And the Niners have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno.
Throw caught by Raymond.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 from the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
That play stopped behind the line by Trey Flowers.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Purdy.
This will be caught at Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing here, Purdy. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, is what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Second down and goal. Purdy caught on a slant. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that 1st-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Smith now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Smith's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the 50, it's Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Khalif Raymond, 65 yards. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and he makes the score 21-10. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Gets this one to Juszczyk.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
This time they stay on the ground. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So it
looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Purdy on 4th down. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from it.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Now Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the...
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
40 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They had 2 straight 1st downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now Gino on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second down, Elliott. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
Alert, right. Check, Panther. Alert. Alert, Reno.
10th carry now for Elliott.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On the option, here's Elliott.
Gets by him at the 20. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Purdy now to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game is if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Man open is Robinson.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Here's Purdy.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Bears are right back in this football game. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Geno now to throw.
He gets this to Jones over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Purdy off the play fake.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was really a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball.
He's got a man. Complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the 49ers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.